feel that moral obligation. They need to think that you have the right to rule them and they have the obligation to obey. Now, the old ways of doing this don't work. You can't make up a story about the lady of the lake or pulling a sword out of stone or saying, God ordained me king. The peasants aren't that stupid anymore. They're close, but they're not that stupid. Instead, you have to feed them a false choice. You have to constantly tell them their choices are unquestioning obedience to you, or scary bad things will happen to them. Now, I'm not talking about threatening them. You should never look like the source of the bad things happening to them. Instead, you tell them there's a scary world out there and only you can make their lives safe and pleasant. And this is true whether you're talking about poverty or being scared of foreigners invading or the local crooks or disease or anything else. Always push the message. If they don't obey you, bad things will happen, not just to one of them, but to society in general. Scare the hell out of them. Only by giving you money and obedience can those scary things be avoided. Tell them millions will become homeless and starve to death unless you are giving billions and billions of dollars to help the needy. Tell them there will be rampant crime, murder, assault, and mayhem everywhere if you're not given the money and the machines and the men to build a gigantic gang to protect them. Tell them they'll be invaded by vicious, scary foreigners who will kill them all and enslave them all if you're not given a huge amount of money and power, if you're not allowed to build a gigantic war machine. Tell them the water will be undrinkable, the air will be unbreathable, the environment will collapse if you aren't given the power to control everyone's choices and behaviors. This is how you make them want to be controlled. This is how you enslave them. By this, not by brute force. Now, you can use real dangers that are out there. You can exaggerate the dangers. You can make them up out of thin air. But whatever dangers you're throwing in their face day after day, the common theme has to be you and you alone can save them from them. The solution is power for you, but it always has to be hidden under the guise of helping them. And there's an endless number of excuses you can do. Lots of people tell them, will be addicted to drugs if you're not allowed to decide what people can eat and drink and smoke. All the children will be complete idiots unless you're allowed to control the education system to make sure they're all getting a good education. And by good education, I mean teach them unquestioning subservience. Tell them everyone will wildly crash into each other. You're not allowed to own and control the roads and decide who can drive on them. Tell them nasty criminals and terrorists will do sneaky, nasty things all the time unless you and your thugs are given the power to monitor everyone at all times, control everything, control all movement, keep track of everything everybody does for their own good. Now, another thing, whatever controls you want to inflict on all of them, whatever oppressions you want to put on all of them, all you need to do is convince them that somewhere, someone needs to be controlled that way, and the rest will go along as if it's their duty to be treated as criminals. Tell them someone might commit a crime with a gun unless you take all the guns just to be safe. Tell them someone somewhere might be planning something nasty, which is why your law enforcers need the power to detain and interrogate people at random. And they'll go along with it because they think it's for their own good. Tell them someone out there might be a terrorist. So your hired guns have to treat everyone as a potential suspect, searching their belongings without any just cause, treating everyone like they're guilty until proven innocent. And this tactic works in lots of areas. As long as you tell them there might be someone doing something unscrupulous or even just irresponsible, that you and only you can stop them. You need the power to stop those bad people. And the masses out there will demand that you oppress all of them in the name of protecting them. Tell them Restaurants or grocery stores might sell rotten food unless you're allowed to license and regulate and control and inspect all of them. Tell them car companies might make unsafe cars if you're not allowed to control the car industry. Tell them doctors might be negligent unless you're allowed to license and control the entire medical industry. Tell them builders build houses that fall over, bridges that fall over, unless you are given the power to license and monitor and inspect and regulate and control every aspect of the industry. Now, as you can imagine, son, the list of things you can do this with is endless. Every service, every product, every time two people get together and interact, all you have to do is convince the people out there that somebody might do something shady or dishonest or even careless, and the peasants will demand that you monitor, regulate, and control everything. And it's easy enough to find examples of bad things happening, point them out often and loudly, and say, see, this is why I need power to stop that from happening. Once you grab power and those things keep happening, don't hide them. Point to them loudly and often again and say, see, this is why I need more power. I need more regulators, more inspectors, more taxes, more controls, more fees, more inspections, more bureaucrats. Do this with every problem out there, real or imagined, even the problems you cause. Do this with them. When their standard of living drops because of what you're doing to them, tell them that what you need is more power over the economy to fix it. When war and terrorism is all over the place because of what you did, tell them that what you need is a bigger war machine. When more and more people become completely hopeless and dependent upon your welfare system, tell them that the solution is more money for you to throw at the problem. The peasants out there, they have no reference point. They don't think about things objectively. They don't understand economics. They don't understand anything. They want someone to come along and assure them that he will take care of everything so they don't have to. They want a giant nanny protecting them from reality. All you have to do is fill that void. Tell them the world's a scary place and you're the only solution. And no matter how bad things get, all you have to do is tell them it would be even worse without me. Now, you should constantly foster distrust and envy and resentment amongst the peasants. You play the part of the compassionate, wise guy looking out for the common man while every private business is run by shady crooks that they have to watch out for. You play the part of selfless, principled protector looking out for the general welfare in a world full of unscrupulous con men. You play the wise, concerned, altruistic savior, protecting all those people out there from all the short-sighted, negligent morons and the sinister predators that are out there. You play the part of protector and make sure that every peasant out there distrusts all the others. You do this, and they will demand that you and your thugs keep an eye on everyone else. Now, the funny part is, that means everyone. Because for each one of them, everyone else is everyone else. They will be demanding, yes, monitor everything we do. Control everything we do. Have your eyes everywhere. Have your ears everywhere. And they will all believe it's to protect each one from all the other scary people. If you can make them view the world as a place full of nasty villains that the common folk are powerless to stop, they will throw power at you left and right. You won't have to beg for it. They'll be knocking on your door, throwing it at you left and right.